So, dann herzlich willkommen zur Pressekonferenz nach dem Spiel der Crailsheim Merlins gegen die Niners Chemnitz. Am zweiten Spieltag der zweiten Basketball-Bundesliga 2017-2018. Die Crailsheim Merlins gewinnen dieses Spiel mit 78:80. Ich begrüße den Headcoach der Gäste Rodrigo Pastore und den Trainer der Crailsheim Merlins Tuomas Iisalo. Wie immer zunächst das Wort an den Gästecoach. Yeah, Coach, tough loss for your team, 3 quarters ahead, and then this last quarter. Your statement to this game, please.
Congratulations to to Tuomas and the Crailsheim organization. Very nice event today. Atmosphere was a very nice match. We had difficulties, obviously. 2 important players were missing, and I think you could see the lack of energy at the end. Some of the guys, we had to play them a little bit more than we would have normally do it. But I'm really proud of what we've done, the way we have played against such a good team like Crailsheim. For 30 minutes I felt like offensively and defensively we were getting exactly what we came to, what we wanted to do here in Crailsheim. The reaction was not unexpected. I felt like we costed a little bit our offense, especially the last 6-7 minutes. We didn't attack the mismatch like we would have liked to, but let's give him credit. Great game, and I see both teams during the season doing very well. So we leave Crailsheim with a lot of positive things, and some things we gotta work on. We'll do it, and we will get better at it, and hopefully we can get our guys back with health, so we can start playing completely the next games.
Thank you. So, Tuomas, also for you, very tough game. Long time behind Chemnitz, but then with a very strong finish, your team made this win. How is your feeling about the game now?
First of all, I got to give Coach Pastore a lot of credit. They are at the moment the best executing team in the whole league. They play extremely well with the guys they have, with the healthy guys, and we all know they will be much tougher when we go there in the spring, when we meet again in about 7-8 months from now, and when they're in full health. For us, this was a difficult game, like we saw for 3.5 quarters. We were trailing, and we were not, for some reason, the preparation wasn't as good as it should have been, because Chemnitz was scoring with the ways that we expected them. Just like I think both teams know each other pretty well. Both teams are above average organized, or more organized than most of the teams in the league, and try to get something specific. And for us, it was the first 30 or 35 minutes that we knew Chemnitz is very good at taking away the first options from our offense, but we still try to force it like we're still in Paderborn. And they are not a team they're a higher quality team, and against that team you have to be able to move the ball and have to be able to attack the closeouts and the situations after the actions. So the what we call like automatics become really important, but that's a longer discussion then. In the end, I think 2 times now in Paderborn and this game also, we've been able to improve during the last quarter. So you never want to compare teams from season to another, but this was something that we struggled with last season with the team, and right now I feel like we have pretty good collective confidence within the group, and we know who to get the ball in those situations, and the pressure situation actually brought us more together, and the guys and it showed with a lot of passing, extra passes, and being patient, but at the same time very aggressive with the ball. And this was the difference in the last 5 minutes compared to the first 35 minutes. Now it's up to us to figure out how to carry this for 40 minutes. But like Coach said, it's a process, and we will also improve here, and that's the job of the coaches.
Thank you. Gibt's noch Fragen an einen der beiden Coaches?
What do you think was the turning point today?
Well, they started switching, but they became more efficient in the last 5 minutes. There were some switches early on in the game, but we overdribbled. We just, I think, fatigue took place, and we were not even aware of the shot clock in certain situations, and we just, it's a new team. We also need to find out who are those guys that are gonna carry the team in the last 5 minutes, and one of them should be Andy, and he pretty much didn't practice the whole week, stomach virus, so we were having also foul problems with our backup point guard Mixage, so I couldn't rest Andy as I would have liked to in the second half, but I asked him about 5 times if he was okay. He was always positive. We will get better. I mean, it's always nice playing Crailsheim, very, very nice coach team, and this year I believe better than last year, better build the team, and it's just nice to watch and play, and also to play against them. Hopefully both teams will keep the same performances and do well like last year, and who knows. But for us it's a very positive day today. We leave Crailsheim with a lot of certainties, and we can only imagine how much better we could be if we have the whole complete team together, and the expectations are what they are, the ones that we put on ourselves, and it's going to be an extremely difficult pro, probably the toughest one in the last years, because there are many good teams out there, and I think the ones that they can learn from mistakes and games like this are the ones that at the end will make the difference and will be successful. So we're going to take a lot of pride in doing that, keep improving consistently. We take a lot of positives, we learn from the negatives, and we'll go from there.
Yes, for me the turning point was actually, before the game. We see they play with a very short rotation. We wanted to work them 40 minutes, and we're able to do that. And like Coach said, maybe they ran out of juice in the end, and it affects the decision making. And at the same time, we kept a pretty wide rotation, because that's how our team is built for that type of strength, and it's two different types of energy levels then at the end. Okay, but the one thing that we have to think about, we have a little bit like this experiences. We had in the starting lineup today, we had one guy who was here last season, and it takes a while. Made a calculated risk that we start with basically like 4 new guys who haven't been with us here last season, and you can see the chemistry is not quite there. The execution is to be honest, it's slow and imprecise, and especially when you have a beautifully executing team on the other side like today. So we just got to get the guys on the same page, and we're moving absolutely in the right direction, and have been for the whole preseason. But it's about the detail level, and we have to get there, have to get the guys used to each other. That's what I think, and maybe the coaches need to figure out the rotations better, that we don't have four guys who are coming from different directions, but we keep the rotation so that we have the guys who know what Crailsheim basketball is about.
Was it kind of playoff atmosphere on the second match day in the season?
No.
It was a nice atmosphere,
But it's impossible to compare that with the playoffs, because the stakes are completely different. Even though I think everybody's very competitive and this is a great matchup, but it's one game in the standings. And like Coach said, they take a lot of positives. In the playoffs, they take one loss. So it's different from the coach's standpoint, at least.
A very nice atmosphere. I felt like the introduction was the best that I've ever seen in Germany. To be honest with you, compliments. I mean, it's very, very, was very, very nice.
Okay, dann bedanke ich mich für die Aufmerksamkeit und tschüss.